I will meet you on the mat in standing mountain pose. With our feet firmly planted under our hips and our shoulders stacked on top, we open our palms facing forward, rolling the shoulders back, shoulder blades gently hugging into the spine. We'll take a few deep breaths in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Eyes open or closed. One more just like that. Noticing the slowing of our breath, the softening of our muscles throughout our faces, and bringing our awareness to the breathing in and out of the nose. Noticing the strength running down our arms, down our hands and in through the fingertips. Noticing the strength of our upper back, chest and abdomen. Taking a moment to perhaps set an intention for today's practice. Bringing our awareness back to the space around us, the temperature, the sounds and the smells. And we'll slowly draw our hands all the way back on the inhale, and we'll circle them around on the exhale. Rotating the palms forward, inhaling, drawing the shoulder blades in and back. Exhale, we round back out. Slight bend in our knees. And smiles on our faces. Flowing to the rhythm of our breath, whatever speed that might be. 2 more. And then we inhale, raising our arms forwards. Exhale, leading with the pinky, we round back out. Inhaling up. Exhale, rounding. Noticing the shoulders lifting into our neck, starting to move energy through, arching of the lower back. Gently warming up our bodies, tuning into our breath. Two more. And we reset in the center. Rolling our shoulders up and back, palms facing out, mountain pose. Deep breath in between, sighing it out. And we'll gently swim the arms backwards, one at a time, alternating. Slowly adding a gentle twist of our trunk, keeping that micro bend in our knees. Maybe following our hand with our gaze, or keeping our eyes closed and noticing the meditative rhythm. Maintaining a light awareness on our breath. And then we'll swim our arms the other direction, changing when we're ready. Swimming back. Maybe opening through the side body into the abdomen, attaching to the hips. Gently twisting our speed. Warming up for 3, 2, last one on each side. And then we meet back up in center, inhaling, rolling up the shoulders, opening the palms, exhale, sighing it out. Opening our feet a little bit wider, and we'll flow through our Malasana squat. Inhale, reaching our arms up, palms together. Exhale, we squat down. Inhaling, we forward fold. Exhale, we rise back up, stacking the vertebrae, shoulders and head. Then we repeat with our breath. Bringing more awareness now to the legs as we continue to warm up. Moving the energy through our entire body and getting a sense of the sensations of blocked energy, heaviness, stickiness, and lightness and strength. Noticing the pauses at the top and bottom of our breath. Finding our flow. Seeing if we can't add a bit of fluidity. Arching of the lower back, lifting of the chest as we reach up. Opening our abdomen. And then tucking our hips back underneath. Two more. We roll back up. We take our deep breath in between, rolling our shoulders up and back. And we sigh it out. We step a little wider on our mats, double hip width, and we'll slowly start to float left to right, opening into the inner thighs, keeping our hands at our hips or at heart center. Inhaling to center. Exhale, we lunge. Again, we match our rhythm to the rhythm of our breath. Connecting our physical motions to our breathing. Option to sway the arms. Maybe we float them through the air, creating a little bubble of energy. One more on each side. And we'll hold Using our hands for support on the earth, or again, bringing our hands to our thigh or heart center. Option to bring the hand inside the foot and to reach the other arm up over our back for added intensity into the inner thigh. Maintaining calm, steady rhythm of breath. And we'll sweep our arms over to the other side, lunging here. Switching sides, staying high, supporting. Or of course we have the option of a gentle twist. Good. And we bring our hands down, we come into center, squatting here. Option to hold our legs, option to keep our hands on the earth. And we're going to sway left to right through Malasana squat into Skandasanas, again opening into the inner thighs. Gaining a little flexibility through the hips. Last time on each side, and then we'll hold wherever we end up, whichever side. We hold in our Skandasana, pressing our torsos tall, keeping our toes pointed up to the sky as possible. Sinking into the hip and the inner thigh. And then gently pressing ourselves to center, we come over to the other side. Lifting the toes and sinking into the hip. Beautiful. Pressing into center. Forward fold here. Pressing into the back of the legs. Toes are like train tracks pointing forward. We hang our heads heavy between our arms. Inhaling, pressing our torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, we heel toe our feet back in under our hips, holding here. Forward fold. Changing the sensations in the back of the leg, being aware and present with those sensations. And supporting the weight of our torso and upper body with our hands on the earth or our shins. Inhale, we bring our hands to our legs. We flatten our back parallel to the floor. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, we sweep our arms up, coming to standing, bending the knees. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We come to the top of our mat and we're going to do some vinyasas, adding dynamic movements and fun in between. Inhale, reaching our arms up, palms together, opening our abdomen. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in between. And we'll repeat this a few more times. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And all the way up we go. Keeping a micro bend on the knees as needed. And a deep breath in between. Inhale all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Drawing the shoulder blades in and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in between. And we'll flow all the way through our plank this time. Inhaling up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, stepping back, plank. All the way down to chaturanga, upward facing, or cobra. Down dog. Pedaling it out. Taking a few moments here to check in with our down dog, to flow through any micro movements that our body might be craving before we continue with a few vinyasas and then into a plank set. Good. Floating to plank, stepping through, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, palms together, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in between. And we repeat. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands, stepping back, plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra. Down dog. Meet you there. Floating to plank. Stepping through, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in between. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands, stepping back, plank. Vinyasa. Meeting up in down dog. Good. We're going to float into a plank. Holding here. We have the option to hold. We have the option to bring our left knee into our chest and then to extend it. Inhaling, left knee to chest. Exhale, extend. We can stay here in plank, or we inhale the chest, exhale the down dog. Whatever suits us today. Listening to our body and letting it determine how we focus our practice, how we fit the poses and the movements to our body. Finding our steady flow. Solid plank position. One more breath. And we come into our plank. We lower both feet. We step forward, forward fold. And we vinyasa all the way up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath here. One more, just like that. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plank. Vinyasa. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Down dog. Good. Pedaling it out here. We reset with those micro movements as needed by the body. And then we'll do our other leg. So floating into plank, inhaling. Bringing our right knee to our chest on the inhale. And on the exhale, we can extend the leg back. Tucking it in and extending, holding our plank. Now we have the option to change this to an extended down dog, single leg. Inhaling, knee to chest. Exhale, extending in plank or down dog. Again, as it suits us. Calm and steady, matching our movement to our breath. Feeling the energy and the strength we're building in our shoulders and our hands. And even our glutes as we extend our legs back. 2 more. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, we reset both feet. We step forward. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. We reset here, taking deep breaths into our nose, sighing it out through our mouth. One more, just like that. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, we step back, crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms up once we've found our stability. Holding here. Checking in, we can see our toes beyond our knee. Good. And we're going to hinge forward, bringing the leg off the earth, sweeping the arms back. Raised leg. We keep it as extended as possible, toes pointing down, hips are square to the mat, and we're reaching our arms back. Micro bend in the front knee as possible. Loose neck. And then we reach our arms forward, warrior 3. Beautiful. Coming to standing, 90-degree leg. Keeping that foot flexed. And we come into a tree pose, bringing the inner foot to the inside of the leg. Wherever it meets connected, connects naturally, or wherever you place it without tweaking the spine. Rolling the shoulders back, tall torsos. And we're actively pressing the knee back, engaging the outside of the leg and glute. Somewhere to gaze at. Beautiful. Back into our warrior three. Extending the leg back, reaching forward. Toes are pointed down, hips are square to the mat. And we reach our arms back alongside the body. And we come into our crescent lunge again. Inhale, reaching up. Beautiful. Plank Vinyasa, hinging forward, planting the hands down through Chaturanga, upward facing or cobra. Down dog. Yummy. Paddling this out. Resetting before we do the other side. We'll finish our vinyasa, floating into plank. Inhaling. Exhale, we step through. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back, drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking our deep breaths here. Resetting. And we'll do the other leg. Inhale, reaching the palms up. Swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands, stepping back into crescent lunge, opposite leg. Finding our stability up on the back toes, and we lift our arms, finding length in our side body. Somewhere to gaze at, and strong front leg, peeking out from underneath our toes. Two more breaths here. And then we hinge forward, bringing our weight to our front leg, lifting the back leg, sweeping the arms back alongside the torso, finding squaring of our hips and the toes pointed down with our foot flex, pressing against that imaginary wall. Calm strength. Reaching our arms forward, warrior three. Keeping that bend in the left knee as needed. Good, coming to standing, 90 degrees. Woo, keeping that foot flexed. Hands to heart center, we float into our tree. Actively pressing our knee back towards the wall, engaging the back of the leg and glute. Tall torso, shoulders roll down, lengthening the neck. Two more big breaths here. And we float back through the same sequence. Backwards, warrior three. Extending the foot back, flexing it, reaching forward as possible. And then we can sweep the arms alongside our bodies, alongside the leg. Sticking the anchored leg, keeping us strong and steady, unwavering. And we come back into our crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Holding here for 3 big breaths. Hinging forward, plank, chaturanga, upward facing or cobra. We meet up in down dog. Well done. Hanging out here for a few breaths. Plank set. Once again, we have the option to hold our plank or to extend back into a down dog. And this time we'll bring the knee to the same side elbow. We'll bring it to center, and then we'll bring it to the opposite elbow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Extending each time in between. So, inhaling to plank. Lifting our left leg off the earth. Inhale. Knee to left elbow, exhale back. Inhale, knee to chest, exhale back. Inhale, knee to opposite elbow, exhale back. And we repeat, extending, keeping the plank, or extending back into a down dog. Whoever suits us. Listening to our lower back, feeling the glutes light up, no doubt. Feeling the right quadricep engage as it stabilizes us. Moving with our breath. In and out. Loose neck. Let's do one more set. Feeling the glutes squeeze as we extend. Beautiful. We bring the left foot to the earth. We press back into down dog. Yummy. We'll do the other side before we come into child's pose to reset. But if at any time we need to reset in child's pose before, we can. Inhaling to plank. This time with our right leg. We have the same options. Lifting our right leg. Inhaling, bringing it to the right elbow. Exhaling it back. Inhale to chest. Exhale back. Inhale, opposite elbow. Exhale back, keeping that foot flexed. And we repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keeping our plank or floating to our single leg down dog. As suits us. Listening to the arms, listening to the lower back. Loose neck. And we'll do 3 more. 1 more set. Whatever that looks like for us. Feeling the energy in the arms. And when we're ready and finished, we can down dog and come into a child's pose. Coming off of our wrists. Extending the arms long. Sinking our hips back. Wiggling out. Wiggling out the fingers, the wrists, maybe even the hips. And we can grab a sip of water here before we start our next lunge leg set. Catching our breath. Beautiful. Inhaling, all fours. Curling up into down dog. Now we float into our plank. Inhaling. Stepping into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Deep breath in between. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, we step back into warrior two. Bring that back foot to 45 degrees. We extend our arms. We open our thigh, pressing our front knee back. Engaging the glutes. Reaching our arms parallel to the floor. Reaching over and gazing over the front fingers. Beautiful. Bringing our front arm onto our front leg. Extending our side angle. Option to keep the arms supported on the leg. Option to reach the arms over top. Listening to the side body and back. Building strength throughout. And we sweep the arms back. Reverse warrior. One arm comes to the back leg, the other over our faces. Holding our strength in our side body and our abdomen, feeling it down the side. And maintaining our strong lunge, we can windmill, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Holding our strength in our torso. Floating with our breath. Feeling the feet firmly grounded in our mat. Three more. Keeping the glutes engaged, pressing our hips forward. Inhaling to our side angle. Holding here. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Bring that front hand to wherever it connects to the leg. Naturally, again, trying to keep our strength, not collapsing, but holding ourselves up, maybe not even touching our leg, maybe gently resting on the floor. Whatever we need today, feeling the legs engaged, feeling the glutes, maybe even a little shaking at this point. Digging deep within us to keep us strong. Good. Bringing our top arm down, bending the front knee, coming into our plank Vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward facing or cobra. And meeting up in down dog. Beautiful. Finding our micro movements as needed. Resetting before we do the other leg. Good. Inhaling to plank. Stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, extended mountain. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Taking our deep breath in between. And we reset. For the other leg, stepping back into warrior two. Inhaling, palms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We step back, warrior two, finding our footing, and then we bring our arms parallel to the floor. Front leg is firm. Our glutes are engaged, our hips are underneath us, and we can see our toes beyond our knee. Torso is tall, and we gaze over our front fingertips. One more big breath. We could come into our side angle, either bringing our front arm down to our thigh or reaching our arms up in line with our back leg. Listening to our bodies, feeling the strength that we're building. And windmilling the arms back, reverse warrior, holding our strong lunge. Reaching one arm back, one over our beautiful faces. And we have the option to windmill our arms, holding our lunge. Inhale, forward, side angle. Exhale, back, reverse warrior. Moving to the rhythm of our breath. Or holding in one or the other. No judgment and no competition. We do what feels best for us today. Not collapsing, holding our strength and being aware of it. Two more big breaths. We meet up in our side angle, straightening our front leg, and then finding our strong hold. Supporting as needed. Feeling a little shaking. Fighting through it. We won't be here for long. For 3, 4, 2. Last big breath. We bring our arms down. We bend our front knee. We connect our hands to the mat, plank. Vinyasa at our speed. We meet up in down dog. Yum. Taking our time to reset. Feeling the stretch down the back of the legs. Beautiful. Floating into plank, inhaling. Right knee comes to the chest, and then it extends out underneath the left arm, and we can open up into our fallen stars. Reaching up, feeling the energy coming up through the right hand, and all the way through across our wingspan, through the left fingertips. Keeping our hips lifted high. Two more breaths. And we come back to center, stepping out of that plank Left knee to chest, straight through under the right arm, and we lift the right arm, lifting our hips. Falling star, opposite side. Finding our calm strength in our pose. Two more breaths as possible. And we reset. Down dog. Yummy. Pedal that out as desired. Letting the head hang heavy. Feeling the heart racing. As we slow the breath, we slow the heartbeat down again. And we lower ourselves down into child's pose, maybe a little bit wider with the knees, the toes come together. We can bring our hands behind our back if we can support our forehead on the mat. And rinse out the hands, the wrists, the arms, lifting the arms, opening into the chest as possible, or finding another variation that suits. Checking in with the sensations and the rhythm of our breath. Lowering the arms as and when desired. Perhaps taking a moment here to reflect on our intention. And floating our way into all fours. We're going to step our right knee through to our right elbow and right wrist, coming into a pigeon. Floating our left leg back. Finding length of our torso, and as and when desired, if desired, we can slowly hinge forward over our right leg. Checking in with the body. Honoring the state that it's in, melting our way into the pose. Three more breaths here. Now slowly walk our hands back in, stacking the vertebrae. We come over onto the right hip. We come back into all fours, shifting our weight left to right. And then same thing with the left leg. Left knee comes through to the wrist. We float ourselves back with the right foot and leg. Inhale, lifting our chest and our torso tall. And then slowly we can hinge forward as the body allows us to melt into the pose. To whatever point our body tells us is comfortable and safe. Noticing the slowing of the rhythm of our heartbeat. And the calming of our nervous system. Inhale, pressing ourselves up slowly, walking the hands in. Now we can roll over onto the left hip and bring our feet forward. Giving them a little wiggle. Maybe wiggling the feet, pointing, flexing. We'll roll ourselves down onto the mat into a supported bridge pose with the feet about hip width apart, lowering our spine and our head to the earth, and bringing our knees into our chest, giving them a hug, maybe a little wider, maybe we rock side to side if that feels good. A little massage on the lower back. Noticing what's happening in the hip flexors. And noticing the steady rhythm of breath in and out through our nose. Allowing our legs to run long on the mat. We'll reach our arms all the way up, arching the lower back. Deep breaths into the abdomen. And we release. Bringing our arms to our abdomen or to the sides of our mat. Feeling the contact our body makes on the earth below. Giving ourselves a moment to calm the nervous system, to find that inner balance. Steadying us and preparing us for the weekend ahead. Feeling strength, stability, and calm. Checking in from head to toe, noticing areas of lightness. Maybe we're feeling the sunshine streaming down from the top of our head, through our chest and down through our arms. Down the back, into the abdomen, the hips and glutes, down through the legs, the fronts and backs, all the way down into the ankles and the feet and toes, radiating light. Perhaps we set a new intention for the days ahead, bringing to mind a little character that entered my home last weekend, full of glory and energy. This little dog that had no shame and no apology for the radiant being that he is. May we continue to shine our lights brightly with no apology, being the authentic selves that we are here to become. Taking the time we need to imprint our practice on the mat. And when we're ready, we can roll up and bring ourselves back to the space around us and our community. with thanks to our bodies for giving us the strength, determination, and resilience here today. I congratulate you for getting to the mat and for pushing to your maximum. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for continuing to build your practice and for your contributions to this community and for spreading our light to build and to expand our community of light and love. I wish you a beautiful continuation. Namaste.